the Bucks play the who the hell did they play? The Suns. Yeah.
Oh, the Buck. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, washed up Bill Belichick, and I was thinking the other Bucks. Gotcha.
You think of Tom Brady Bucks?
Yeah, other Bucks.
And during the commercials, there was commercials for fucking engagement rings and fucking at home, the store, and a bunch of women dancing with pillows and fucking accoutrements from kitchens and bathrooms and shit, dead flowers, and I remember you could tell what was on TV just by the commercials.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
like
you
that
could.
stuff
Yep.
would come on during like soap operas and game shows.
And any sports was like beer and hamburgers.
Beer,
Do you remember
tools,
this? Yeah.
and the vintage Carl's Jr. commercials.
I was just going to say, did you remember the Carl's Jr. and the
Same
$6 burger? Yeah.
Same page.
And it would drip.
That's all it should play during fucking sports. I should not see some guy
No.
buying his girl an engagement ring.
No.
And fucking up his sports Sunday, because that's precisely what's going to happen. We have to watch sports again? You just watched the game last week. It's a different game. No, it's not.
Yeah. No.
They're the housewives. That's the same shit.
Yep.
These broads wake up with makeup on like that, after getting fisted by some guy, right?
Yeah.
You know what they got to do. Anywho, how we going to run this with? This is the last one for a bit.
It is.
Hey,
it is.
Let me tell you something, motherfucker.
Oh, boy.
I've been getting threatened. Motherfuckers are like, yo, are you coming back? Yeah, we're coming back.
Yeah. I would say take it easy, but obviously not a soul is taking it easy because I've got some pretty good hate mail over the last
It's
week.
weird. Like, people, first of all, I didn't know I had the number anymore. Right?
Yep.
But a lot of people hit me up. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What are you fucking doing?
Yeah, a
I'm
lot
like-
of the what am I supposed to do on the morning commute now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Drive?
But
Are you the problem in the morning commute where I have to sit in traffic? How about just drive, asshole?
Motherfucker goes to me, hey, Keith. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He goes, Keith, this is through text. I go, yeah, what, man? He goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm about to eat a bowl of cereal. What are you talking about? No, with the fucking podcast. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you listened, man.
Yeah.
No, fuck all that. What are you doing with the podcast? A little hostile, man.
Yeah, no shit.
So
Take
it's
it
good
easy.
to know that, you guys are going to miss us like Hove.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah, right. Well, just that them fucking commercials threw me off, man. The fucking it's akin to the fucking Pro Bowl with the fucking flag football.
Yep.
People used to get laid out, man. And all right. They call football a gladiator sport, right?
Yep. Yeah, they do.
The gladiators didn't have a fucking union.
Nope.
They just went out there and dealt with it. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Hey,
Yeah.
so
listening.
what are we doing? We're just gonna read the emails?
Yeah, let's go emails and then let's talk. I have an idea. Read the emails and I'll tell you my idea and tell me what you think.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can't see very well. All right. That's funny. That's funny. All right, that's good. Too long, but I need help. Hi, guys. Fellas, I need your help. It's been a really long time, but I've been dealing with some personal things. You guys know I have been dating an older woman. I didn't know that. So let's cut to the chase. What does that mean, cut to the chase?
Instead of like, I'm.
No, I know what it means, but
Okay.
where does it come from is what I should
Oh, I don't
say.
know. I have no idea. I don't know.
Did I
Good
tell,
question. I don't
did
know.
I tell you and the people listening about how long it took me to understand the term "have your cake and eat it too"?
Yeah.
It it never made fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's my fucking cake.
Mm-hmm.
I can do what I want with it.
Yeah. Remember, also, you didn't in that same episode. You weren't sure if it was a wheelbarrow or a wheelbarrow. But
That was a drunk thought. That
also,
doesn't even sound right.
yeah, but you did. You
I'm
said
not
I
saying I
didn't
didn't say it. I'm not saying I didn't say it. I'm just saying that was my reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
I went back and I listened to our original episode.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. I had fun. I remember
I did too.
doing it too.
Mhm.
Because it was my first time.
Yeah. I was a little bit nervous.
Except your name's
Uh,
not your name's not Vera.
I'm going to get to that, so let's get to this.
Oh, okay, I'll say back.
You were saying hi, fellas, or something.
She's 40 years older. Very well put together for 70. Gross. But she still has millions of dollars, so I feel like a kept man. Her grandkid surprised us a few months ago when I had her in doggy style position, and it's been bad since. That's a lot of fucking dust.
and a lot of info.
You ever been in a fucking laundry room, right? And the sun comes in just right, and there's all that dust from your clothes,
Yeah.
and you transfer them over.
Uh-huh.
That had to be what that looked like.
Ugh.
That looked like a fucking a clown powder room. They're putting that clown powder on their
Yeah, I
face.
know what you're
All right. They thought I was just a nice guy from church helping them with some things. So that has been my tension. Has been some tension. But I found out she loves gangbangs. This cannot be true. And was doing it behind my back 3 or 4 guys at a time. Some of them black and well endowed men. They interviewed her for a show on Showtime, and she chickened out at the last minute to tell her story. What fucking channel is Showtime? That sounds like Skinamax to me.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a Showtime. That's not even like the 90s Showtime.
Matter of fact, if she's 70, it's not Skinamax, it's Saggy Max. I don't know what to do because I sold my home and moved in with her a few months ago, and now I'm finding out all this stuff. Seriously, my real friends laugh at me, who I told the story to. What do you guys think? Shut up and get in the will? Get a younger piece on the side? Her granddaughter had asked me out till they saw me pile driving Laura Ann. So you put her name on there.
Yeah,
I shouldn't
there
write
you
that. I don't know how I can handle it. Oh, nope. See, letters are big. I'm sober. Still fucked up. I don't know how I can handle the hiatus, guys. You're my best friends. That's I'll tell you what should be your best friend. It's fucking lube. Because if you were a 70-year-old woman, yo.
I think like, now I'm not an expert here because I don't typically ask, but I think menopause is a thing. And it dries the well. You know? So
I don't know.
Get on the wheel.
I'm just saying.
Get on the wheel. If you've committed
you
this
already
far,
said you'd take that ride.
Yeah, get on the wheel if you've,
You're my best friends, the infamous THAT. Also would. Don't let the kids in Nicaragua take your money.
No.
I know you're the dad and going to see them, but you don't have to bring them all back to the States at once, do you? I'm going to miss you guys. I would love to hang out with Kevin if you guys ever bring the show to Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, we got an
infamous THAT.
The infamous THAT finally
He's
gave
in
us
Dayton, Ohio.
Well, that explains.
Well, they had a lot of tire factories, hence a lot of old dry rubber factories, which obviously he found one that's 70 years old. That's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Do what the fuck you want, man. Ugh. It
depends
you
on
got
what
nothing to say. You got nothing to say because you already said you'd fucking nail some old ass lady for the loot.
The loot. That's what I'm saying. Well, like it depends on what's on the wheel. If the wheel is worth it, the hell yeah, they just keep on, my friend.
I just worry.
I mean, you might have 20 more years of it because 90's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't know. And if you're at 70 and you're getting gangbanged, I would think that 20 more years is a long time.
Hey, they have those videos. I mean, I one time walked in on a friend watching some weird porn.
Yeah. You got those friends.
A friend.
Everybody's got a friend.
And there's these guys, like 20-year-old guys that do bang these old fucking women.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah. I am aware.
There's this one called, my friend told me about this. Her name's Cream Pie Kathy, I think. Have you seen that one?
No, and I'm not going to even.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I hate that wording.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they call her Cream Pie because she takes a lot of guys at once and they leave it nice and sloppy. No, I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And so her area, her woman area looks like somebody, the old pies when they used to throw at the Three Stooges. That's what her area looks like. How's that for a visual? Okay.
I had to, just a side note real fast, I had to explain to my children, one of my children was upset with our dog. We have this little dog, and he's a bit of an asshole. And she yelled at him, and she called him a twat waffle.
Wow. Where'd she get that?
It's exactly what I said. Where the hell did you get that? Well, from my older sister.
Oh.
Okay. So I asked the older sister, where'd you get that? School.
Okay.
And I said,
right?
do you guys have any idea what that means? No, but it's funny.
Yeah.
True, funny. Don't say it, please. It makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, I had to. So that's on the same way. I hate that. Some phrases, they make me squirm a little bit.
You're just happy to know it wasn't from us, from something we said. That's not even a word I would put together.
We never have uttered that on this show in 6.5 years.
Yeah, well, having heard it, I would use it. I had to put that in my pocket, so I got to save it now.
Yeah, just hang on to that.
I was talking to you as we were coming down to the woodshed to do this. I'm like, what am I going to do with all this fucking vitriol and nonsense I say? Where's that going to go? Where did it go before the podcast, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because you used to play sports and you could say shit out there. So my boy, man, this story's probably 25 years old. I don't know why it makes me laugh, But I was in the kitchen and I was cooking, and I thought about the time one of my boys called another grown man referee a shithead. And to me, it's just so fucking funny. Exactly. Grown men don't call other men a fucking shithead. But he looked right at him and go, "You're a shithead." I mean, he said it with more emphasis than that. And so I was in the kitchen the other day, and I glanced back in my memory to when he did that, and I started laughing. I was laughing so hard I had to text him. I go, "You called a grown man a shithead? What the fuck's wrong with you?" All right. It's the one that says bad motherfucker. I haven't been consistent over the years, but you guys have been like Zed. But now Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Who's Zed?
I don't know.
Only Zed I can think of is from Men in Black.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
That would sure.
I remember when you guys started this podcast. I was a year into my 5.5 prison sentence with Miranda Priestley.
Prison. Okay, well, this is probably Misty. If
Definitely.
you're saying, okay.
A year ago this week, 2/25/22, I escaped the devil who wore Prada. Ironic. This is a moral test of oneself, whether or not you can maintain loyalty, because being loyal is very important. This, for me, is perfect timing, Keith. I'm going to join you on your sober journey, but only until May 9th. Just so you know, Missy, I don't do drugs, so this is just alcohol, so I don't know what you're giving up. All right? I just had knee injections yesterday, and this sounds like a good way to avoid messing with the healing process. So thanks for some inspiration. Aw, Wood. Close your legs and hang up your pride. Congrats on going from a 19-year-old girl drinking fruity cocktails to an actual man drinking bourbon. Hilarious there for a while. I just listened to Wood's foo-foo drinks of the week. That's funny.
I can't even tell you how many people have said that to me.
You've grown
over
up.
the last week.
You've grown up.
That'll
man.
happen to alcoholics.
Warmer disco. Bittersweet. What you guys are doing. Soak in the grind and always observe all possible paths. The path of the righteous man is beset. No, that's the Samuel Jackson thing. Because every time I read that, I want to start yelling, and I'm not a good actor. P.S. Could Jamathan be a fictional character you guys made up for a pretend prestige audience? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. See you on the flip side. So we cool? Misty.
Yeah.
Scattered fucking thoughts, man.
Yeah.
I love it. She's like a dragonfly. More like a butterfly. The dragonflies change on a dime. Butterflies just kind of, they don't do a straight path. It's just over here.
And I'm quite certain she's emailed in many, many times that butterfly is her favorite animal, creature, insect, whatever.
Creature.
She adores the butterfly.
That's badass.
Misty, Jamathan is no more fiction than you or Mac as we read emails.
Real people.
Or Zach, I guess.
Real
we
people.
put him in
Real
as
people.
Well.
Ain't this a fucking kick in the dick? As we slog our way through winter, which Mother Nature still reminds us is here until August, you two decide to go on vacation. Well, for the last 6.5 years, I've listened to your drunken nonsense and sweet baritones during my Monday morning commute. You've kept me from road raging about 340 times. Now, what the fuck do I listen to? Light jazz, Barry Manilow? I'll survive. But just no barely. Went to a Utah women's basketball game today. Amazing atmosphere. I was most impressed when Utah missed 2 wide open layups with 0 defenders for a mile. They missed both only to kick the rebound out of bounds. I laughed out loud and nearly got stabbed by boss lady. What was I impressed about? The fact that 9,600 people in attendance had a sympathy awe instead of a you fucking. Oh shit, that's funny.
I can totally see it.
You just said, "Oh, right." If that was a dude, you know that motherfucker on the bench, his boys yelling at him.
The whole place would have been harassing him.
Even the ref would be like, "What the fuck you doing, man?" Anyways, enjoy your jail time and self-induced cleanse at Betty Ford Clinic. I'll be busy listening to Ron Sexsmith. You know who that is?
No.
And watching women's basketball. Just be back for the World Series, please. Not happy, Mac. 9,600 people went, "Aw, isn't she cute?" That's fucked up. You know what I noticed, though, about women's basketball? Is their shorts have gotten shorter and tighter.
Yeah, and I'm not hating it. No.
They're over 18. So
exactly.
You look at these things.
Yeah, and if it ends up like beach volleyball, well, you know what?
You know, Olympic beach volleyball.
Yeah,
is
if
phenomenal.
you know what, this is going to be very sexist and chauvinistic of me, and that's know what,
different.
Yeah, this is the first time in 343 episodes. if you want to popularize women's basketball, put them in Olympic volleyball, beach volleyball outfits. You want to watch that bitch pack? There you go.
And play it outside.
Oh man, some of those ladies that are 6 foot, 6'3", 5, whatever they are. Oh man, gorgeous women. They're gorgeous, and that is very. I get it, chauvinistic of me, but damn it, they're beautiful women.
Sex
You
sells.
put them in some of those volleyball.
You'll be
outfits.
watching it.
Yeah. I may buy season tickets to something.
You know, Bill Burr says this. With the amount of, first of all, and this is all Burr. This is not me, but I agree with it. Like, women always want to infiltrate men's sports. They always want to come over there. They want the fucking sideline reporter. Everybody except for Cheryl Miller. She was really fucking good.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them, they want to call games. Doris Burke, I like her basketball acumen, but she has a lisp, so she fucking throws me off.
Yeah, the voice drives
right?
me insane.
Why don't they do it for the WNBA? And why don't all these women that go to men's basketball games go to the WNBA and stop worrying about what the fuck we do?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
That the league, to hear women bitch the way they do, a woman ref in football and a woman, there's a first woman coach. Do that shit. There's a whole fucking league for you.
That's because they bitch about it, but you know why they don't go there? Because they know the money's not over there.
Yeah.
They're going to where the money is.
So, right?
Yeah. Okay, pay me.
343, Wooden Keith, still being in denial. I definitely miss your underhand softball with episode 341 of 343. I failed to recognize the prospect of this ending, even if for a period of time. 6 to 18 months, for me, is a lifetime this late in the game. It's a coin flip as to whether or not I'll still be around by then. Let's be honest, I'm old. 342 had great sports commentary, augmented by the NBA All-Star festivities on your home court along with the post-Super Bowl buzz. 6.5 years, you two have been great. Thanks to you and all your other contributors, including Mac and Snaggles. I never thought I'd say it. Bring it home in the finale. Your friend, Love Jamathan. Hey, you ever been afraid of messing something up that you mess it up? You ever do that?
Yeah.
Like
The
you
more
play,
you
play
the more you-
baseball. I can't drop this. I can't drop this. I
Yep.
can't drop it.
And then you
Right out your glove.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now for some reason. I'm trying to go straight
So
through.
I heard an analogy, and maybe this is applicable, maybe it's not. I don't know. So a skier, when a skier goes down the mountain,
What's a skier?
skier.
Oh, skier. I thought you said skier.
No, well, I probably did.
Okay.
A skier, some of us can drink Snaggles while others don't. A skier goes down a mountain, and what are they thinking? Follow the path, follow the path.
Uh-huh.
If they start saying, watch out for the tree, watch out for the tree, they're going to run into a tree
lead to
because
the tree.
they're looking at the tree. If they're looking at the path, they follow the path. If they're looking at the tree, they hit the tree.
Uh-huh.
So that's what that. So same kind of thing. You say don't mess up, don't mess up. You're going to mess up because you're telling yourself you're going to mess up.
So it's like when you're talking to the actual Carl's Jr. girl in real life, you're like, don't look at her tits, don't look at her tits.
Yeah, and you're staring right at her
staring
tits.
right
all
at
the
her
time.
tits.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she's walked off and you just envision her tits still being there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, you're still honed in on
Shit,
nothing.
I missed her ass. I could have walked, but I thought her titties were still right here. Isn't this rich? Hey, you bald-headed examples of what jock itch festers into when it goes unchecked. Pretty ingenious to take this bogus hiatus just so Keith can get his 8th grade GED certificate after who knows how many times he's taken it. Hey, 8th grade Shaq, can't you just look over the 14-year-old sitting in front of you and copy his answers? Do you really need to take months off to study for the exam of your life? Or could it be that you would, who we've all heard go from a drinking fairy with glitter-encrusted thongs to a real whiskey drinker with a glitter-encrusted thong? Finally has to be responsible and attend to the summer camp of kids he's created in an effort to see which one, if any, has talent to hopefully one day make enough money to get him even on his child support, even if it's just for a month or two. Whatever the reason, hurry up and attend to your lives, then get back to dumbing ours down weekly. Zach.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I've had jock itch, and it's not a laughing matter, by the
No,
way.
it is absolutely not.
You've had it?
Yep. Everybody's, well, not everybody. Those of us that played sports as like middle age. Nope. Middle school aged kids. Like, you don't wash like you should.
I didn't get it till I was in my 30s.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And
I got it in high school.
So, I'm not telling this whole story. I got it. I'm not even going to say that because you guys will eat me up and I can't defend myself. I got it. And it's fucking miserable.
It is, absolutely.
It is miserable.
Yep. Yeah, powder only helps so much.
It's dare I say it's akin to when I nared my balls. It's like right up there. It's that uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Oh man,
I would agree.
At least when I nared my balls, the cold wind from the fan, I was
you
eating
could
in
stand
front
there,
of.
and yeah, it would help.
That didn't even work. You
No.
walk around and it just fucking itches.
Yeah, everywhere,
It
all the
chafes and
time.
it cracks.
Yeah, powder is your friend, and it still doesn't even.
It's basically athlete's foot for your balls.
Yep. Yeah, that's
No
exactly what it is. Yeah.
All right,
that's exactly what it
Snaggles. I'll cut. Can I go first?
is. Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
What do you got there?
Well, I have Fiji water.
Oh,
More Fiji. I almost bought Voss water, but it has a glass bottle.
Yeah,
I
you got to be careful.
Thought I had to live in Beverly Hills to buy that. but then I could reuse it. This is actually I bought this Fiji and it's delicious.
It's
This sucks.
it's water.
You know, I should be fucked up right now, man. I should be
Yeah,
lit.
yeah. On the finale, I would agree.
You better stop calling the finale. I'm gonna get more phone calls. Call
Okay,
it
so
hiatus.
the hiatus, yes. On the hiatus, I would have hoped for it, but here we are. I did. It is not necessarily your fault, though. I did drop this news on you somewhat unexpected, so here we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am drinking. Well, I had a hibiscus ale, which is amazing.
That looked really good. The color of that, the amber,
Yeah.
and it was just enough to fill that mug that you
Yeah,
had. It
my,
stopped right on time. You
a
didn't even leave
small
the head
stain
on the
here.
top, so
No.
after you poured it, you could immediately start
Yeah,
drinking.
I did. Yeah,
I remember those days.
Those you remember those days. That hibiscus ale is hibiscus is one of my favorites. I love hibiscus water. So, Jamaica for those of you that speak Spanish. And to go into that, I am now drinking Salt Flats Baja Mexican Ale.
Hey, what does Baja mean?
Below, under, low,
Okay.
like down. Yeah, Baja.
Chupa mi Baja mi balls. How do you say balls?
Huevos is
Baja huevos. Does that
yeah,
say suck my
huevos.
dick?
no. That's
Go-
below my. That's below my balls.
Oh, that'd still be
chupa,
good.
Chupa is suck.
Chupa suck. How
Yeah,
about- all right.
chupa mi huevos.
Below my balls.
Yeah, chupa mi huevos. Anyway, that's what I'm drinking. That is the end of our snaggles. We're not doing any advertisements because, well,
It's all
we're on a
about us.
hiatus.
It's all about us.
So what I wanted to do is, and what I put together for me is a top 10 of not necessarily some moments of So What You Saying. So top 10 moments / what I've learned, if going back to season 3, what I've learned and what I've gotten out of this podcast to date, because this is only a hiatus, and a hiatus would suggest we will be back, which we will.
Okay.
Once Wood wraps up his stuff. So I'm going to start
Well,
with
if Wood wrapped up his stuff, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Fair.
Let's be honest.
fair enough. Okay, so my number 10. You touched on it at the beginning just a little bit. Number 10 is episode number 1.
Yeah.
It is called Two Guys and a Mic. So at the entry of it, and when we started, I says, this is Wood. Actually, I said Woodrow, because that's my full name. This is Woodrow, and I'm here with, and I anticipated you were going to give me a moniker of some kind. I just thought that that's what we were going to do, because my name isn't common that way, so I thought, well, he's going to give me a moniker. And you said, Keith.
Yeah.
And I paused
Uh-huh.
for, I don't know, 27 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay. And then I just laughed.
All the shit I've said on this, I couldn't think of anything other than my real name. Yo, you're thinking nothing. Like when the cops ask you your name, you're trying to think of an alias. Dr. J? You're not Dr. J.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
Michael Jordan. No. Try again.
Yeah, you caught me, man.
Yeah.
That was the first one. I think for me, I remember it wasn't our first episode. It was probably our second or third. I remember one of the things when I said, you know what, let's just go off the rails with this fucking thing. We talked about the guy with the giant dick that lived in Mexico.
Yeah.
That had just stretched his dick out and he had like a 24-inch dick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right then and there, I was like, all right, cool. And I remember telling that story. I didn't know right where it was because we used to do it over the phone.
Yep.
Because we didn't have a woodshed. We used to do it over the phone. And I remember talking about that, just going, you know what, fuck this. Because I'm going to let the people behind the scenes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm going to let them really behind the scenes. Actually, episode 1 is not episode 1.
No,
I think
it's-
you did 2 prior,
Yeah.
trying to prompt me to do it. And look,
Yeah.
asshole, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And once I started talking about the 24-inch dick, those episodes disappeared. Do you still have them? They're somewhere?
They're in there.
But it was totally antithesis of where you had envisioned the show going.
Yeah.
Now, my mouth and my propensity for alcohol would never let us go down that path. So,
No.
so when I knew the first shock for you, I remember I started talking about the dick, and you just say, "Oh, okay, this is where we're going."
Yeah, well, here it is.
Let's delete those motherfuckers because they don't match.
Yeah.
It's like having on one high heel and one fucking sneaker, right?
Right. Yeah. So to go along with that, maybe the number 10 honorable mention was the outro of both of us. We still do it. It was started on episode number 2, believe it or not. You'll hear it later, so I'm not gonna repeat it. But the outro began at the very beginning of this.
Really?
It did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I went back to make sure, and sure enough, number 9.
Okay.
Some of my favorite moments, and you'll have to tell me if fill in yours here. But episode, I don't know what we called it, but don't shit yourself. Oh no, we did call it "Don't Shit Yourself." The "Don't Shit Yourself" episode is the one.
You wrote shit. Shit's in the title.
It's SH
asterisk
T.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't shit yourself, because that was the one where I actually did shit myself in a Mexican bed. Bike seat, where if you ride a bicycle too long, you don't stand up, your nethers will fall asleep and they'll go numb. You can't feel them. And then somehow, I have managed to repopulate this earth by a percent, all by myself.
Yeah. Your back hurt?
Yeah. I think it's because don't shitting myself led me to run from responsibility, which then led me to the bike because I'd ride. And it fell asleep so I didn't know when it finished, so it just was numb, which then led me to all of the children that I do have. Any top shows that stand out to you?
Well, it's funny, and I'll talk about this in a second, but the "Don't Shit Yourself" episode is the one with you sitting in the middle of a basketball court on a toilet, and it prompted Shay to draw that collage that he drew. One of the first gifts we got for "So What You're Saying," and it's you running away, naked, naked, running away from the Mexican bed or the basketball court.
Yeah, that was great.
Be honest, and I'm gonna screw up your top 10 order, but probably my favorite episode that we've done sans a mask off was Bike Seat, because that's the one that almost didn't happen. That's the one before the woodshed where I clogged my drains and I had orange peels all over the fucking basement.
Yep.
So when I would try and entice people to come on here and be a mask off, I would always send them Bike Seat and I'd send them a mask off, and I'm sure we'll talk about mask off later. But I would send them those ones just to let them know, hey, this is what it is, because that was those were organic stories right then and there. I was sweating fucking bullets, man, all because of Pinterest.
Yep.
Pinterest says put orange peels down your drain.
So I did it. Yeah. So an honorable mention to number 9. It was going to be at the honorable mention, but I'll throw my honorable mentions as we go. Was Dorillis episode that never happened that re-happened on the 100 episode.
Okay.
So we had an episode with Dorillis that never happened because the audio was bad. Because of, we were in our infancy.
I was in the middle of nowhere too, and we barely had reception.
Yeah, and so it was pretty spotty. And then we called him back, and we got him on our episode 100 on the phone, which led us to what? Do you remember the story he tells? What does he love?
I love chicken and Hennessy. Because that white lady, he cut off that white lady, or she cut him off, and they had a conversation.
Out, pissed off.
And she said, "Why don't you eat some more chicken and Hennessy?" And it threw him off, kind of like, "This is Woodrow, and what is your name?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, how do you know I like chicken and Hennessy? Because I love chicken and Hennessy. I fucking love it." So you called, you got any?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, sometimes, first of all, you're all grown up now, so I could say you probably love chicken and Hennessy. I know you love fried chicken, and if I put some Hennessy in front of you, I know you drink it.
Yeah.
But she hit him in his wheelhouse and kind of threw him off. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so,
it happens.
Sometimes it pays to be racist, I guess. I don't know. Guess what black people are going to do after they get done arguing with you.
Number 8. This is all about you, Keith.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. Kevin, number 1. Number 8 is Kevin, followed by the slurred words, the not being able to pronounce things, and what did you hear? Did I say that right?
Oh, really? Yo, so
the amount of times that we've gotten emails about you saying, "Did you hear that? What did I say?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, boy.
Keith and or Kevin will slur a word from time to time.
Should I rehash the Kevin story for people?
Yeah.
All right, so when I lived in California, which was probably the worst, 11 months of my fucking life, for numerous reasons, getting beat up by the fucking Puerto Ricans or Mexicans that I call Puerto Ricans. I call it shopping carriage. They call it shopping cart. Tennis shoes versus sneakers, tonic versus soda, all that shit that made me weird. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a few friends, but not a lot. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time, California, it was weird. It was cool, actually, because all the classrooms lead to outside. So I went outside to use the bathroom. I remember there's this girl in the office, and I had a crush on her, right? And I'm standing there, and she's sitting in the office, and I'm talking to her. And, I got her attention. I'm doing my dance and everything. I said, hey, I got a twin that goes into school, too. She said, for real? Go get him. So I walk across the doorway, and I come back, and I be like, hey, I'm Kevin. Keith told me you wanted to talk to me. And she's like, oh, wow, you got the same clothes on and the same PC head and sweat stains, right? Oh, all right, well, tell Keith to come back. And I'd go back the other way and wait like 3 seconds.
Yeah, so
and then
you're
go
really
back.
convincing. You just do a spin and
then
come back.
Go back and hey, Kevin just said, I'm really doing this. Like the fucking 80s sitcom bullshit. And this is in the 70s. I'm really doing this shit. And I don't know if she believed me or not. And I don't know how long I stood there and did it. Probably till a teacher's like, what are you doing out here? Fucking dancing in front of the doorway,
Why do you keep leaving and going in and
I thought
out?
I had it. I was like, yeah, I'm a twin. Because, it's different and to make you cool to have a twin. But how am I going to pull this off, right? And plus, when the Mexicans jump me, now they got to worry about another person coming because now Kevin's coming. Kevin never came. They just beat the shit out of me, right? I could have yelled Kevin, but none of those motherfuckers are coming to help me. So as I got older, when I would do dumb shit, right, I'd be like, oh, fuck, maybe I absorbed a twin when my mom was pregnant. Maybe there is a Kevin inside me because that was really dumb what I just did. So it just became this joke. And then as the podcast came on, and I told stories that I didn't want to take credit for, like, my friend looking at the old lady porn.
Yeah. That's Kevin.
That's something Kevin would do.
Yeah, right.
So that's how that happened.
I wonder what that girl that you told that story to is up to now. I not necessarily up to, but I wonder if she remembers that.
Yeah.
And if she bought it. Because if she bought it, I would like to talk to her about that.
Oh, yeah. If she bought it, she's probably got 8 kids from 8 different men, right? Because she's not the brightest bulb.
Yeah, because here's Barry, and then my twin brother Brent's coming right back.
I'd be gone like 30 seconds. That 3 seconds, I'd just step off to the side and come back. Hey, Keith said you wanted to talk to me. And I'd point like he's standing over there. Oh, he went to the bathroom. Fucking psycho, man.
Yeah.
And then what did you say? Sometimes when I get drunk, it's like talking underwater. I just want to see if like the bubbles came up and conveyed to you what I was trying to say because I want confirmation.
I call it speaking in cursive.
Yeah, nice. That's nice.
That's what it is. Okay. Number seven is I would like to point out the fact that we had a pretty good track record over 343 episodes. For me, myself, I would like to point out my record was nearly flawless. I had one missed week, and that was the week that we put on a repeat.
Oh, okay. So we both missed.
Yeah, so that's for both of us. So then for you, I have that same week that we missed. Mm-hmm. The 1 week that there was an incident. And then I had Diego and Mac fill in the woodshed, and oh my goodness.
Took 2 of those motherfuckers and take care of my shit.
It did. And it was rough in the woodshed. I barely made it out alive due to alcohol poisoning.
Oh, they'll both get you fucked up.
Yeah, because they're big boys, and they're bigger than me, and they can handle a lot more than me.
Yeah.
So that one hurt. And then the third one, just recently, you had to have a substitute. And so I smacked the hand of St. Jeremy to come in.
That's right. Hey, I still made it on, though.
You were on. Your voice was in.
Still
yes,
made
it
it on.
absolutely was. But your physical presence was not here.
No.
So I would just, for number 7, like to say we had a pretty damn good track record over 6.5 years.
I'll say.
Like, I will take that percentage all day long.
Christmas Day, birthdays. Every day is a birthday for one of your kids, but you don't necessarily go to it. I mean, events.
Holidays.
We've come in fucking ties. We've come in fucking workout clothes. We come in we've been pretty fucking consistent, man.
Post surgeries.
Yes.
Like there's been births of children missed, like all sorts of things. We've been here for.
Yeah, we've
And
done it all.
consistently.
Like the mailman used to be.
Yeah, now I got speaking of that,
Go ahead.
asshole, I got a letter in my mailbox. Well, it's a piece of printed paper, and it's a photocopied piece of paper with a
How
photocopied
to shovel
X.
you walk.
Yeah, I need at least this and this. No, guess what? You're not getting any of it.
Yeah.
You can you could pull up and you can extend your arm a little further and still put my mail in there. Just because you can't rub my mailbox on your nipple when it opens doesn't mean it's too far away. I'm not shoveling shit.
I told my mailman, you can keep that fucking mail.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
don't
it anyhow. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I check my mail maybe every 10 days. I could give a fuck.
No.
All right?
No.
So you're not hurting my feelings about not putting it in there. Because
Nope.
you know what that is over there? That's an Amazon box. And that's where the good shit comes.
And-
All you bring me is bad fucking news and
Yeah.
fucking coupons that I never cut
Yeah,
out.
and advertisements that I don't care about.
You don't give a shit.
Credit cards that I'm never going to fill out. Most of my mail goes from the mailbox to the recycle can.
Yeah.
I don't even take it in the house.
Oh, local Miss Rodeo Queen. I don't fucking go to rodeos. I don't give a fuck.
But there's a blizzard out there.
Tooth anyhow.
There's a blizzard out there. Guess who walks right to my door, sets it down, takes a picture of it, and leaves?
Amazon.
Every time.
Every
So
time.
take a page out of their book again.
Let me go here. You would think the fucking post office would be a little more affable when you're going against UPS, FedEx, Amazon, whoever else is out there whipping your
DHL?
fucking out. DHL.
Yeah.
All this shit. You think you'd be a little nicer. Like you just said, you don't get letters from those fucking guys.
Nope.
You get your fucking package is what you get.
Yeah.
Mailman, they're pretentious assholes, man.
And if I
can't
do,
stand
from now and again, I'll get a package from the UPS, or USPS, the Postal Service, and they just shove it in my mailbox. If it doesn't fit in my mailbox, they're
They'll
going to
shove it
do
in
their
there.
damnedest to fit it in there. It's all squished and you
That's-
take no effort.
That's because they can't think outside the box. They're fucking linear.
Yeah,
Is what they are.
Erp.
They're like fucking kickers is what they are. They're a one-trick pony.
Yeah, it's true.
We're fucking UPS, Amazon. They're like linebackers. All right, they'll run out and guard the fucking running back or the wide receiver. They'll chase the running back down, and they'll also sack the fucking quarterback.
Yeah, they're gonna
be a
do it all.
linebacker.
Yeah,
Be a
be a
linebacker.
linebacker. Stop being a kicker. All right, number 6. This would be episode 343 of 343, which is equivalent to 14.1387 something days of straight talking.
You did the math.
If we started now and didn't shut up, it would be 14 days straight
Get
of
outta
us
here.
talking. Yeah. 14
Oh,
straight
shit.
days.
How much profanity?
Oh, I don't even know. To the point where who was that? Who was the one that started emailing us? Like right at the beginning, she was always emailing us.
Debbie24.
Debbie.
Debbie24.
So much to the point where Debbie24 quit messaging us. That's how much
She
profanity.
didn't like the swearing?
No, she tapped out. But 14 straight. That's no sleep, no eating.
Yeah, no, I get it.
14 straight days. That's the next stat I have is also incredible, but that one there.
Oh, what's 24 times 14? That's 336 hours. Holy shit. That's a lot of
That's just us running our mouths.
running our mouths.
Yeah.
And the curse words got to be in the tens of thousands, you think?
Oh, easy.
Tens of thousands.
Easy. Yeah. Yeah. The only cuss word. So now I think the word twat, that's the second time on this show. And the word cunt is probably 11 times with that one.
All
Outside
courtesy
of-
of you. All
Yeah.
courtesy, because I've been told I can't say it.
Yeah.
I would
yeah.
say it. It's not like I have a moral fucking compass. I mean, I would say it.
But everything else, yeah, tens of thousands.
And then thanks to
Easy.
Bolo, how many times did we get the good old-fashioned Southern racist word?
Yeah,
How many
that's
times
true.
we get that?
That's true.
Motherfucker over there, he talking like he was talking like he's just talking to black people, and I'm looking at you like, are you getting this? You're just red as shit. You got sweat on your head. You fucking, you won't even look him in the eye. You're just like, oh shit.
I can't mute that
This
anymore.
Motherfucker sounds like early Richard Pryor. Your fingers swollen from hitting the dump button, right? Yeah, and this bigger motherfucker, and this bigger lady. I'm just like, dude, what are you catching this shit? And you're just fucking sweating, trying to mark where all the N-words are, man. I was like, yo, Bolo, dude, not a family show, but damn. The fuck? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you sorry?
I don't feel like he was.
Nah, he didn't give a fuck.
Some of Bolo's episodes are some of the greatest, which brings me into number 5.
Go ahead.
Number 5 is all the mask off guests. 52 mask-off guests.
No shit.
That does not count not a mask-offs. Those are the repeat visitors. I didn't go through those and check. That's probably somewhere in the 20s, I'm guessing, with maybe not 20s, probably 15 to 20. We've had
the repeat,
repeats.
not a mask-off?
Yeah, but mask-off guests, individual, the first time they showed up, 52. That's a year. We did a year's worth of shows in just interviews alone.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, every single one of them. If you guys don't know, our mask-offs, that's our interviews with people. That's where we sit down, we peel the mask off, we get to know a little bit about them, we get to know who they are.
Nice. Shit, I was about ready to ask some more questions. You did that? See me sit up all straight and shit? Where the fuck is this?
They are by far our most listened to episodes.
Absolutely.
And we did that 52 times. In the year 2019, we had the majority. We did not miss a show.
In 2019?
Yeah, we did 12 straight.
No
plus, we had an extra 3 in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah. So in 2019, we were on fire with our interviews.
Yeah, people were eager to come on, but once the word spread around, they're like, ugh.
Well, COVID killed it.
Who was our first mask-off?
Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our fighter, Liam, which I think I'll go to that in a minute. No. That's going – okay, so sorry. Liam. Our very first mask-off. This is an honorable mention. We had, because of Liam, and kind of started us down that path, we had Liam. We had Jeremy Horn. We had Sean O'Connell. We had Destin McCubbin. We had fighters in the woodshed that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Not only did they scare the shit out of me, I probably went fanboy. I think that's
Absolutely.
When Sean O'Connell sat in here.
Not probably, you did. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because after the fact, you were just like, he was in my house. I was like, he cornered me. I mean,
yeah.
I was scared to death.
I was like, honorable mention to our mask-off guests, specifically those guys and the gal. What an incredible group of people to come in and sit down and know that they could rip us apart. But the most humble human beings that I've ever sat with.
Absolutely. And the thing about them, too, if you go back and listen to those episodes, I didn't get particularly drunk during those because I was so afraid of saying something stupid and getting sobered up in intensive care.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody wants to sober up in intensive care.
No.
No.
But no, I'm not going to pick a favorite, but
no.
Those ones right there.
We've had authors, we've had doctors, we've had a number of doctors. Which still blows my mind that we've had doctors.
Yeah.
People with PhDs sit in here.
And run with us. And run with us on it, man.
And have a good time and ask to come back.
Bank robber?
We had a bank robber.
Musicians?
Yep.
You said authors, the atheists. He was really good.
We had an atheist. We had a very religious person.
Very religious.
We've had firefighters. We've had police officers. We've had
ghost seers.
Ghosts. Can't forget about our ghost episodes.
Yeah.
They're another honorable mention for me, and I know I'm only number 5, but honorable mention is our Freaky Tales.
Yeah, those were really good.
Number 1 and number 5 Freaky Tales. The other ones in between, they were good. Like we went with Larry and the Boys down into the cavern there. Our Freaky Tales were one of the most anticipated, outside of mask-offs, the most anticipated episode of the year.
Well, yeah, because we spoiled them with the Halloween thing. We picked Halloween, and we were going to have something there as often as we could. And we had a good run. We had Kim. We had Greg, the other guy who told their stories. I mean, we had some really good stuff there.
We had Larry and the Boys. We had our own Freaky Tales. And then we had it was a little after, I think, but we had our serial killer episode, which like I said, it's an honorable mention, but I'm throwing it in, is our Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest, everybody looked forward to every single year, and I did too, as a matter of fact.
Back to the fighters that we had on there. It was weird to see those guys and girl, and then months later, unbeknownst to us, just turn on the TV and there they are fucking talking.
Yeah. And especially after they have won, or I think Sean O'Connell was announcing on one.
Yes.
Like, holy shit, he's doing that on national television. He was sitting in the woodshed.
Right there. We fed him. He ate with us.
Yeah.
He ate with us.
And speaking of feed, don't forget about the grill guys and Half Big Hippies.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have eaten like kings on this show.
Yes, yeah, they came in with some real good food.
Yeah.
Half-Baked Hippies even brought dessert when
Yep.
they fucking came. And
Yeah,
they brought
they did.
the meal and dessert. It's like, eat all this shit, man. You fucking freeloading motherfuckers, man. Hey, you know what? And along that line, Diego always brings in shit to get you fucked up.
Yep.
Shay, who doesn't drink, always brings in shit to get you fucked
Yeah, he
up.
did.
Rudy
Oh, yeah.
brought in a fucking mini fridge full of shit.
he did bring a fridge of everything.
Well,
just
we
like,
were
here
like,
we go.
Take all that with you. I said I cannot drink all that. Rudy had so much shit in there. We were double fisting this, that, and the other. We went from sweet to sour. Rudy killed it. That's probably the most well endowed refrigerator I've seen. Well endowed travel refrigerator.
That's ever shown. Well, that I've ever seen. Number one.
Scary.
Number two, that has ever been here in this woodshed,
Scary.
including the fridge that sits.
Yeah.
In the
yeah.
woodshed.
We got a fridge in the
Yeah,
woodshed, but that one there, he packed it up lovely, man. So I mean, we've had some good times. You know what? Also, we had the feminist on there. We had the laugh expert.
The laugh expert. Yeah.
Who else can I think of right off the top of my head? Boom, boom.
It's hard because we've had so many.
So many.
It's. I was doing the same thing as I was trying to put this together. So I decided that I was going to put them all together as 52 mask-offs. But we did have that group of our fighters that, because a fighter was our first mask-off.
Yeah.
We had a millionaire sit in the chair who was also a fighter. So to me,
and an author.
So to me, the fighters hold a little bit a more special place in my heart because of everyone thinks as a fighter is a dumb jock that just beats on people.
None of them.
This is all you do. This is all you know how to do. But every one of them that we brought in was so articulate and so amazing to sit in here. Blew my mind. I learned from each one of them, and I feel like after their shows, our show got better because of them being here. So that's why I kind of set them to the side just a little bit because they hold a special place in my
Absolutely.
heart.
And they all had fucking great teeth, too. I don't know how you fucking fight for a living and you got great teeth. I think I even said that to one of them, you know?
Yeah.
You guys have great fucking teeth.
I
Also, don't forget about the musicians. We had the Gringos on here.
The Gringos, yep. Which also, they recorded a show live for us that we did as the intro music for their show that have invited us back a number of times to their concerts. They put on great ska music. It's incredible. So if you're still looking and wondering, just research the Gringos.
Yeah.
They're out there. It's incredible music.
They were really good.
It's beautiful stuff. There's one other that I can't. I'm gonna wrap up my honorable mention with the mask-offs with this guy, and I do it only because he's gonna keep our legacy living through the end of the year.
Okay.
And that's Mr. Sam Smith on Ask Radio.
Nice.
If we didn't mention him, I feel like we get in a little bit of trouble, first of all.
Yeah.
But secondly, Sam Smith, he came in as a mask-off. He was a DJ on, I think he was 92.1 back in the day.
Very
in the 90s.
popular.
Very popular DJ back on the radio. And then he's taken it to the internet, and he still runs an incredible show on AskRadio.com. He plays us every Monday. So this episode will air on a Monday, not this Monday, but he's got us all the way through this year and then into next year. So when we come back from our hiatus, he'll just be able to pick back up. It's like we never left him.
Right.
And I got to give a shout out to him because he also helped me. This is going to go into my next couple of top tens.
Okay.
But he also put us in line to do other things that are greater than what you're saying was.
Absolutely.
Is. And so shout out to Mr. Sam Smith and Ask Radio because without him, our legacy wouldn't continue while we took our hiatus. It would just be dead silence. But because of him, you can still hear us.
So, yeah, you guys can go on there. I listen to it still sometimes because there's episodes, outside of this. That I'm like, damn, I forgot about this episode. Or damn, I said that? Yeah,
that's more what
the fuck?
Yeah.
I really said that, man?
Yeah.
Don't forget the rapper we had on here. We had Rhyme Time.
Rhyme
We
Time.
had the McSherrys, the Sheer people.
Oh, yeah, Sherry McSherry.
Yeah.
He was part of a reference from the Gringos.
Sam, the fucking rodeo guy.
Yeah.
We had Dennis, the bodybuilder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who, again, speaking of articulate dude.
Yeah. Everybody thinks a bodybuilder is just a dumb idiot that lifts.
Every time I see a bodybuilder, I always want to say, I used to work out. Because he says how it pisses him off, you know what I mean? But not all of them have the same disposition to him, and I don't want to get strangled to death.
You don't keep moving.
Well, I mean, when we said this last week off air, just the places we got to go and the people we met and some of the relationships we built. I mean, I went to one of the Sky shows with for
The Gringos.
The Gringos.
Yeah.
And you know when
also-
Nate saw me, he lit up a little bit. He's like,
Yeah.
"There's that asshole that was swearing at me every 3 seconds." You know?
And don't forget about the bells, ding ding ding, with Larry and the boys.
Yes.
Showed up there.
All that shit,
Yeah.
man.
So, which also, kind of put a pin in that because that's going to come up here in just a minute
Okay.
as well. So now we have 1 through 4. We have the last 4 to go. But before that, we're going to take a quick break. I have to use the restroom. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we're going to wrap up 1 through 4 on where we've been in 343.
Okay.
Okay. I almost forgot. I just don't want him to bite my ankles and or my calf and get some kind of infection. But we did have 6 Snaggles episodes where we allowed him to come
I
into
thought
the
you were
show.
talking about mask off guests. I was like, who had fucked? I just said he had great teeth. Who had messed
No.
up teeth? Yeah, it's
Snaggles.
Snaggles. That motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't forget about Snaggles. He did come in and round off our top 10.
Who
every year.
also got us fucked up too.
Yeah,
and
he did.
himself. Remember that first year he passed out in the backyard?
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times where he barely made it back to wherever he goes after.
Dare I say near his vomit? I'm not saying on his vomit, but he's pretty fucking close. I mean, too
Yeah.
close for my money, but he
Yeah.
was gone.
Yeah, so Snaggles, thanks.
Good sport too. Good sport too. And he,
Yeah.
he's a mainstay here because with 343 times
Yeah.
we brought up or probably 340 times.
Yeah,
I think
there's
he
been a
came
few
in.
times.
I think
yeah.
he came in like maybe episode 2 or 3 talked about our bitch beer that we're drinking.
Yeah.
I remember that conversation because I always had ice, and I go, "Who puts ice in their beer, you dumb fuck?" And
Yeah,
I talked about
that's
how
true.
his bite pattern looked like somebody took a chain and hit an apple. And
I think that
We're
was
off.
probably closer to like 10 to 12.
10 to 12? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe a little less.
So
but either way.
330, 320.
Yeah, we're not going to give you full credit for all of it. Anyway, number 4. And now, so let me just preface this with 1 through 4 are not so much episode or directly what we've said related, but a little bit more personal for me.
Okay.
So number 4 is that I've learned new skills on audio and video and how to handle those while streaming and post-production. Now, if you go back to our episodes 1 through probably close to our first season, season 1, the audio was a little rough. I also didn't quite understand how to number them so that when you, the listener, gets it, it just plays right in order.
Okay.
So some of them were coming out of order. People would put it on their Apple Podcast, for example, and play it, and they're like, well, I heard this one. This was 2 weeks ago. I'm looking for this week, and it was all out of order. So I've learned a lot on how to make that nice and clean.
Okay.
So that you get the episode in the order that we've released it. Not only do you get the episode audio and it sounds clean, which our first season to now, you want to talk about clean episodes.
Oh, you've come a long way,
Audio.
baby. Virginia Slim.
And then we added video on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, to brag to us, is our video matches our audio, unlike some of our other
really?
people that are proteges we've tried.
The lips are off?
Sometimes, yeah, it's a little bit off.
All right.
There's a little bit of tweaking you got to do in there. This isn't just throw shit in the wind and have it work.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's some editing that needs to be done post and pre-production that makes this all work.
Okay.
So for me, number 4 is the audio and the video and how it's come along over this time.
Okay. Yeah, you've killed it, and I've said that. I've said that numerous times. You're best producer I've encountered because I've been in so many fucking booths, right? But
number 1.
in your defense, early on, we were both on the phone.
Yes.
And we had those fucking headphones that go in your ear and plug into your iPhone, and you talk like this, and you know, but with that, even now, phone calls, like when I call in places, spot on.
Yeah.
You know how to do it.
Now, whenever we take a phone call, because we've done interviews with people that our listeners wouldn't know or don't know that they've done it over the phone.
Yep.
We've done it with them over the phone, but
Yes,
they
sir.
don't know because we've got it figured out. So for number 4 for me is just how far we've come on the video and on the audio part of this to give you guys a product that so many of you week after week, month after month have listened to and tuned into, and to me that gives me a lot of pride.
Yeah, you should be proud of that.
Number
because
3,
you're kicking ass.
a little bit different kind of pride.
Oh,
It's my progression in my snaggles life. It's like fine wine. Each year I got a little bit better at it.
my boys would be like, "Yo, what the fuck is he drinking, man? I've never even heard of that shit. My girl don't even drink that shit." I'm like, I don't know where he gets this shit. Fuck it. Would you start off with Vizzies or White Claw or some shit?
No, I will tell you this. Episode 1,
Okay.
which is episode like 3 or 4, but the 2 guys on a mic,
Mhm.
sober, 100%. I didn't know what really was about to happen, so I had to be prepared for it. It was episode 2. I started with my first drinks on show, and my first drink on our very first drinking show episode was Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Oh, that shit's good.
And you purchased it for me.
That shit's good.
You're like, here, try this out. I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
And I drank Not Your Father's Root Beer probably for 6 months.
You just like the title. I'm not your father, right?
Yeah. I'm going with it.
Yeah.
But no, I was doing margaritas. I was doing Mai Tais. Anything that was fruity and fun that had an umbrella or a straw in it. And let's be honest here. When I'm not here in the woodshed, if I go to Vegas or like I went to Cancun a year and a half ago, like I'm getting something that has an umbrella or a straw in it.
Okay, that's the ambiance of it, though.
Yes,
I
exactly
would too. Mai
what it
Tai
is.
is all about Cancun.
Yeah, but when I'm sitting at home, it's totally different. Now, if you can get a bottle of Hammer Spring bourbon in front of me, all day long.
When did you turn the corner? When do you know when you started picking up drinks and drinking like you had hair?
Yeah,
in your nuts?
actually, I do. I went to Colorado Springs with a buddy, and he and I sat down at a bar. And the bartender, she's like, I didn't know what to get. And I didn't want to order a fruity drink because I want to try something different. She's like, let me get you a flight. And I'm going to do this. Boom, boom, boom. She gives me all these things. So, okay, cool. And she gives me, in there was a Hefeweizen, but it had a hint of banana in it.
Okay.
And it was a microbrew right there in the bar. And so she's like, this is one of our home things. So I drank it, and I said, holy shit, this is amazing. I can taste a hint of banana in a Hefeweizen. I bought a, what do they call those?
Growler.
A growler of it. And I brought it home, and I drank it in a night.
You must have, because I didn't get a sip of this shit.
And it was amazing. And I want to go back there just to get that again and bring more of it home. And it was in that moment I was like, you know what? I think Hefeweizens are, and I still am partial to Hefeweizens. I prefer those. If I go out to dinner, if I go to a bar or something, and I'm sitting down, I can have a beer. If I'm going to a bar to like party, it's bourbon, tequila, vodka, whatever to get me messed up.
So that's my question. When did you start hitting the bourbons and the rums and the tequila?
That came right after the the vodka was always in like the fruity drinks. If you drink a vodka straight, you're an alcoholic, and I prefer to not think of myself as that.
I won't say anything then.
You drink water. But after that bourbon,
Could be vodka.
I'm sorry. After that Hefeweizen, then I had a bourbon, and I don't even remember what it was now.
And you didn't look back.
And I was like, ooh, you know what? I get it. That's okay. And then I had a few like whiskey cokes and stuff. I was like, okay.
Do you know what show this was when you started doing that?
Oh, I have no idea. No, it was probably. Well, we're 6.5. It was probably year 3.
Okay.
3.5. Yeah.
So right around there was some time where we could have titled the show "Wood's First Time Anal."
Yeah,
because that's when you started really going for it.
Actually, it was. I remember the trip. So the trip for that Hefeweizen was April 2019. So it was shortly thereafter.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's when everything changed. My eyes opened up to the world.
Nice. Good.
So
Yeah, I looked over one day and you really had a glass of brown drink just going to town. I was
Yeah.
like, this motherfucker's standing up. Look at him. Shit. I ain't drinking alone no more, which I
Yeah.
don't mind. There's some
Yeah.
people don't like drinking alone. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I prefer to drink because I know that whole bottle's mine. Enough said. I'm getting thirsty. I got to drink some water.
And we did, and on this show to honorable mention off of number 4. Off of number 3 was that we've polished off some bottles
Oh, shit.
on this show.
Yes, sir.
We walked in with a large bottle of alcohol and said, we'll just have a few. Next thing you know,
Several times.
it's gone.
Several times.
Like, on So What You Saying, we have owned a bottle of alcohol.
Easy.
We've treated it as our bitch. And the one thing that was banned but brought back was Howler Head. Why? What did Howler Head taste like? What did it have a hint of?
Bananas.
There you go.
Full circle. Look at you.
There you go.
Motherfucker.
And that's why. It's that I just love a banana.
Mm.
Right? Let's put a banana in my mouth. Peel that shit.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Made me nervous. Remember, I can't get out over here.
You have to fight your way through. Number 2. And this goes back to kind of what you were saying through the mask-offs. But number 2 for me is the people that we've met over the years. And not just mask-off, because a lot of our mask-off guests bring in other people with them. So the people we met over the years and the places that it's taken us. Because we've done remote shows in Vegas, Boston, I think Alabama. Were you in
South
Alabama?
Carolina.
South Carolina.
Chicago, Detroit,
New York.
and the Homestead. I don't want to forget the Homestead
yeah.
because that place has a special place
Yeah.
in my heart.
Yeah.
The Homestead is huge.
Like we've done episodes in places where I never thought that I would be taking equipment to record a show.
Yeah.
And secondly, we went to places that I met people that I never thought that I would meet in a million years.
Okay.
So over the years, we've met people, and I'm sure you can see this too. We've brought people in here that we thought, on a normal day walking down the street, I probably never would have talked to you.
Right.
But now we're talking, and now tell me a little bit more about that. What about your friend over there? What about that friend over there? I know for me, there's been mask-off guests that have come in that because of those mask-off guests, I know their circle of people, and I'm friends with their circle of people now.
Absolutely.
So the people that we've gotten to know because of this show, the car show, for example.
Oh, yeah.
We went into the car show pre-COVID or on the right at the beginning.
Right at the precipice of it.
Yeah. We go in and we snagging people off the floor. Boom, 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 boom. I think we did 4 mask-offs in that one show. We bring them in. We do this. And then all of a sudden now we have 5 different connects off of one place.
Yeah.
And we've met these people and now we know them and now we've had opportunities to go do different things with them. Like the people that we've met and the circles they've introduced us to are incredible.
I want to piggyback off that and go back down to the Homestead when we brought the ice cream guy on and got his story. And this is why we started this. Number 1, we thought we had something to say.
Right.
Number 2, to bring people on, you just never know who you're walking by.
Exactly.
Everybody has a story. We had Allison on here who wrote back and forth with Whitey Bulger.
That's right.
We had
Money Greg on.
Money Greg,
Who his dad was
might have been DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. But a lot of people on here for a lot of different things, and just their story, you walk by him every day.
Yeah, you
And
would
we stay
have
so
no idea.
insular, you know.
You would have no idea. You would walk by the
Yeah.
Gringos. You would never know that they were musicians and they
Right.
were that talented,
Right.
Doctors. You walk by doctors all day.
Nancy Sheena.
Yeah.
You know, her story she was a Boston Connect, you
Yep.
know, and her story and how she got there, and she didn't do it the conventional way, but she did it, and she's kicking ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you just never know because we're so now, and we talk about this all the time, these fucking phones and shit, which you guys are probably listening to this on now anyway, but whatever, that's irregardless. They still take away from our intimate interactions.
Yes.
And sometimes we do sit here and go, damn, we met a cool dude. Like some of these people still keep in touch with. I had dinner at Allison and Nancy's house, you know, just based off that. The Larrys.
Yep.
Well, we know him as the Larry, but there's one Larry, the ghost Larry. We hang out with him sometimes.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
It's incredible, man.
There is, I would say, of our 52 mask-off guests, we hang out with, or we see from time to time, at least half of them.
Yeah, without question.
And it's because of this show, a lot of them are still in that circle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been incredible, the stories that we've learned, the places that it has taken us. And then once we're in that place, we talk to that person that's been or from that place, and they tell us about this other thing. And it creates so much more.
How many times we had somebody say, I think I know somebody who would be good on your podcast?
Exactly.
Like, you guys probably think we know all these people. We don't. I mean, only a few of them that we really knew to say, hey, why don't you come on and do this? But right now, at number 2, I think this is a good time also to talk about podcasts that we've spawned. What do you think? What do you call it? Honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions, yep.
We got,
So,
go ahead.
So, okay. So
you produced them.
So the first one I would like to say is, and it died off now, and that's fine. It still lingers out there. You can find it on the social medias. Is the Overplay podcast?
Mm-hmm.
That was with St. Jeremy and his co-host.
Daffy Duck. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna say Daffy Duck.
St. Jeremy and Ryan, his co-host, and it's hilarious. It's a
that
nerd
one.
guest.
I thought you were talking the other one.
No. We'll get to that one.
All right.
So that one. Yes, that kind of spawned that. They had a good run there for it. Was pretty funny.
We spawned that,
right?
Yeah.
And it was pretty. It's pretty funny. It still exists. I know they're trying to get it going again. I would be very supportive of it. It's a nerd podcast, so any of you listening out there that like video games, nerd stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, dry dicks, stuff like that, it's pretty funny. They did a good job. I enjoyed it. So there was that one. Second, kids casting. Now that's my own little toot of my own horn.
Yeah.
Kids casting came from So What You Saying, and that is a group of my children saw what I was doing every week and how I ignored them, and they wanted to try it with their own lives and ignore people. And so they created kids casting.
It's really good. I think she had me on.
Yep, and she had a couple of other guests on.
Yeah.
She's done some other interviews, and again, it's in a lull. Kids are kids, so they come and
go. It
go.
was great from her perspective,
right?
And to listen to what was important to her,
right? Yes. There was a mental podcast that was tried out there for about 9 months. It was a mental,
really good.
Yeah, a mental podcast. It was out there. It's no longer in existence, so you can't find it, unfortunately. But that was produced as well.
Player coach player. What was it?
Yeah, the player's coach.
Is that what it was?
Yep, that was the player's coach. That was by one of our Mask Off guests and listeners, and that was going really well. I'm not sure. I didn't follow up with that. But that was really good.
I liked it.
Like if you had a child and you thought your child was the next prodigy, or could go, not even prodigy. That's a bit of a stretch, but thought they could go from the high school level to the college level.
Yes.
That was your guy.
Yeah.
So,
the guy that already did it, who has a kid playing at a high level.
Right.
And he's telling you how I did this and what you need to do as a parent.
Right.
Without being a helicopter parent, but what you need to do in the avenues. It's a blueprint to do it.
Exactly.
Everybody wants a blueprint, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So the player's coach, I'm going to talk to him, get that going again, because, I'm about that stage now in my life that I'm going to need some player's coach here.
Well,
pretty
like
quick.
the email that said, one of these kids pan out and catch you up on your child support with the other kid.
Yeah.
One windfall.
Yeah. So, and then we had, I do take a little bit of credit for mint ketchup.
A little bit of credit.
Yep.
All the credit.
Well, I'm trying to be humble.
Yeah. No.
On our show.
I'm the flip side of that coin.
So Mint Ketchup also.
Yeah.
We had him on as a Mask Off guest. Then he brought us on as their Mask Off guest. They don't call it a Mask Off. It's an interview.
Wood was the first white guy on that podcast. Probably still is the only white person to be on that podcast.
And still had better audio than they've had in the whole time since. So Mint Ketchup. And then the last is The Well to Top Shelf. That's the one where we crashed Jeremy and Devin. We crashed their show. Yeah. We brought their numbers up.
Show them how it's done.
8 times. In that's the most it's ever been boosted in its entirety.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that us joining their show for that 30 minutes boosted their numbers more than they've been boosted in the history of its show.
Okay, so now you're not trying to be humble, is what you're saying.
Yeah, now
before
because
you're trying to be humble.
Yeah, no,
That
now
doesn't
because
sound
I'm trying to shit talk on them. That's
Okay.
why they still run. I think it's every Wednesday or every other Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure. I went, produced that, got them up and running. They're going.
So when they're done with their chores and their mom lets them go.
Yes, that's exactly what
use
it
the
is.
electricity.
So they do a good job. They're pretty consistent. So you can check them out. Well, the Top Shelf. They do a pretty good job. Just understand it's us, not as good.
Yeah.
But it's us.
Good way to say it.
Yeah. So that is our that is number 2. The places and the people we've met over the years and where they've taken. That's the honorable mention part of number 2.
Those are our seeds. How's that word?
Yeah.
Is that the right?
Yeah. That's where we spread our seed. I think I just spread it over to the kids.
Your eyes just changed a little bit, man. You got a little more.
Certain keywords get me going. Number 1 for me. This is number 1. This is not. This is heartfelt. This is from me, and from my close family. And the number 1 is the friendships that I've made, and the influence that the friendships and the podcast have had on my family for the better. There's rarely a negative thing said about this podcast within my family. Really, the only negative would be, why did you just fall asleep after you recorded? We needed your help.
And how come we don't have any ice, right?
Yeah. Things are turned upside down. What happened? Well, somebody's peeing in a corner somewhere. Those are the negatives. Outside of that, it has taken my family, some of my children, and expanded their horizons, let them see that life is fun. You could say shit, and currently in today's society, there's this whole cancel culture.
Yeah.
You can't say this because it's going to hurt my feelings over there. You can't say that because it's going to hurt so-and-so's feeling over there. And to take and bring my family and my circle along and say, look, we can say what's on our minds as long as we do it. And we're not just trying to be, sometimes we're assholes. We're not trying to be assholes. We're just trying to speak what's truth to us. Mm-hmm. People can appreciate what's truth to us. And my family and my kids and my circle, they see that and they appreciate that. Yeah. That's why some of these shows have spawned off of what we've created, because it's okay to speak your mind.
Absolutely.
It's okay to say what you're thinking. It's okay to be who you are. And for me, the number 1 is the influence that this show has had on me and my family is profound. Wow. It has changed so many lives close to me that it's hard to even express. And because this is So What You're Saying, and it is funny, and it's all this and that, I don't want to get too deep and get all soft and that, but just want everybody that's listening on 343 out of 343 to know that had it not been for that change and that what I see in my family, had it not been for that, this show probably would have ended long ago. But I see the positive that it's given to my family and the relationships we have, the relationship we've picked up. We've got new friends and people in our lives that we never would have got because we never would have expanded out to that.
Right.
But because of the show we did, and now we have those friends, and it's changed immensely. And I'm grateful for it. I know my family's grateful for it, and so are my kids. And so because of that, this show has changed my life and my family so much that it's number 1.
Right on.
For me.
That's
it's
big.
the change in my life and my family. I can't say enough about what this show does for me. And because of that, this is a hiatus.
Right.
It's not a goodbye.
All right. I would like to go real quick a different route. You went top 10. I'm going to throw them some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to throw them. All these shows, out of all these shows, we dumped one because it was so shitty. Another one we had to restart because the person was really nervous.
Yeah.
Other than that, I take that back. There was one that said something that you had to cut out.
Yeah.
All right. He said, yeah.
I remember that.
and there was a one time somebody said my whole government name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to cut out.
Yeah, they went government on you.
Other than that, I think we go pretty good for going from start to finish, unadulterated, uncensored.
Right.
Uncensored.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the time you used the bathroom on there.
Oh,
You remember that?
Yeah.
So when we first started this podcast, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd want to see the numbers, and I'd see that 6 people listen, but let's hear what they're listening to. And I listened to it, and I was like, Wood, at like, I don't know, 11 minutes, you're taking a shit. You forgot to hit the pause button. You're like, what, for real? You remember that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Hey, I woke you up, and I know you jumped out of bed so fucking fast, tumbled down the stairs, came down here, edited it, but we were in our infancy, man.
Yeah.
What else? Being sick. I can't speak for you, but for me, I've been in here real fucking sick.
Yeah.
A couple of times, like coughing, almost shitting myself, right? Just put plastic on the seat, right?
Yeah.
And let me say this: some of the stories that we tell, maybe they're exaggerated a little bit, but the next is everything we've talked about on this.
True stories.
Has been true.
Yeah.
True. You may be a little hyperbolic for the comedy aspect of it, but yeah. I was really jumped by Mexicans all the time. I mean, that shit really happened.
Yeah.
I really did, narrow my nuts. I mean, shit happened, man.
Yeah.
All that shit. I really did.
Absolutely. All of our stories are absolutely true. And we lived them. We experienced them. And we share them with you.
Right. And my point being, if you sit down and look at your life, see, everybody wants to walk around perfect. Everybody wants to be on Instagram with the perfect nails and hair and the cleanest suit and the beard's all trimmed up. I'm giving you the real fucking deal. Wood's giving you the real fucking deal. This shit happen. And when you go through life, if you're living life, you're going to fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Some shit's going to happen. You're going to throw a fucking tomato that's still orbiting around the earth because some dude hit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to show up to a gym full of white guys thinking, I can bust all the asses and have 2 white guys dunk on you in a fucking row. And you feel like you're in a parallel universe where the white guys were the slaves and the black guys were the slave masters. And this is the progression of what happened. But these things, your life's not perfect, is what I'm saying.
No.
There's been a couple of pictures when we first got into the social media stuff. I remember we put something out, and I won't say what it was. It's still up, but we had to revamp it. Because I slept on it, and I woke up to a couple of texts. I'm like, uh-oh, they're
Change
right.
it. Yeah.
We got to change this. She's like, what? Oh, I get it.
Yeah. We and that goes to the progression of what we've done. We've had to learn. There are, as much as we speak freely and we do, sometimes we've been checked.
Mm-hmm.
And we were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to tell you guys we were wrong.
No.
But all of a sudden it's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
And you'll never know that we were wrong. But we were.
Whew, dodged that one, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just all the shit, and echo what Wood said. Getting to know you and your family. I've met your brother, met your sister, your parents.
Yeah.
Like a third of your kids, right?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, no, it's you don't have enough. You don't have enough money to travel to where they all are.
And without getting too personal, Wood did something when we had Marcus on.
Yeah.
Up at the snow place.
Yep.
Wood did something for me and my family that phenomenal. I don't want to say it can never be repaid, but that feeling will never be duplicated. So I wanted to thank you on air, and you know what I'm talking about. I want to thank you for that, and I know all of my family feels the same way because they were like, that white boy's cool as shit. That's I heard that for like a day and a half after you left. That white boy came all the way up here and did that for us. That's really cool. It was cool, and that's a compliment when they talk about like that, and as opposed to going, who's that white boy over there?
Yeah.
What's he doing here? That's a different tone right there.
Right.
They were happy to see you, and you got hugs and love all the way around.
Right.
They fed you good. So I wanted to thank you on air for that. That was amazing, man.
Thank you.
So, just the behind-the-scenes stuff and, again, the relationship you and I have built and the comeback, whatever that entails, will be better because, again, in order to talk about life, you have to live life.
Right,
and
exactly.
We're still out there living life. We'll come back with more stories and more foolish shit and hopefully make you guys laugh even more than we do now. But as he stated, it's on Ask Radio, and it'll be out there in perpetuity. You can even listen to it still because they're not going nowhere here. They stay on.
No, and I want to say that before we're coming to the end, so before we wrap it up, I do want to say the social medias are not going down.
Okay.
They're going to stay there. So Instagram, Facebook, that's mostly where we're most active. We're on Twitter a little bit over there. But then on all the podcast players, the episodes never go away. Mm-hmm. So if you're a longtime listener, Jamathan, Mac, Misty, Zach, if you're THAT, if you're a longtime listener and you're itching for it, go back to episode, let's call it 2.5. Go back to episode 2.5 and start again. And I guarantee you're going to laugh again because a lot of the stuff, while we try to keep with current events, a lot of it's just our life story.
That's it.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
So go back and fill in the void
Laugh
until
at
we're
us.
back. Because we're going to live experiences for the next number of months until we're back.
Right.
And I guarantee you we're going to come back bigger and better than ever. And so keep us in your minds by playing us again.
Yeah.
Or continuing to play us.
And I also like to take this opportunity and another behind-the-scenes thing. When we were going out for a theme song, we put it out to 4 or 5 different people.
Yeah.
And who rose above was Clef Styles out of Harlem, New York. So
can't forget Clef Styles.
That's awesome. And to hear your theme song for the first time was awesome.
Yep.
Remember I said to you, like, that's it.
Yeah.
I sent you a couple others. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
You know, no salt on anybody else. Like, this don't even make sense.
Yeah.
But when we heard that, and the funny thing about it is, I don't even know if Clef Styles listens, but I know he listened to a couple of episodes to find our groove.
Right.
That dirty, funky,
Yeah.
That's who we are, man.
The 45 seconds in, he puts that little guitar in there.
Yeah, man.
Just to make it whole.
Yeah, to quote aunties, he put his foot in that one. You know, so that's all I got to say. I think you covered it pretty much with the top 10. I have a hard time doing the top 10 because I'm scared. You know, I get misty with it. I get misty. You know, I'm over here like the butterfly. Oh, well, maybe that's number 10.3.
As we were told in season number 1, Keith is a gas pedal. I'm a steering wheel.
Oh shit, that's the truth, man.
Yeah.
With that, is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying. With that, guys, don't forget about all of our social medias. They're still out there. They're not going away. Lofton, we'll probably hit you up to be a guest. Don't be shocked if we show up.
Who's that? This Glass Tiger, right?
Yeah.
I hated that fucking song. But that's Brian Adams singing background. Him I
Yes.
like. But
Yeah,
that
Bryan
song.
Adams is
There's that one, and then Hope You Had the Time of Your Life.
Oh yeah.
Is that Green Day or something like that?
I
hate. You know what that song reminds me of? That song reminds me of The Real World.
Yeah.
They played it like 5 seasons in a row. The fucking Real World.
And just to put it into like yearly perspective of youth, our valedictorian from my high school, he quoted that song in his going away speech to our graduation class.
God.
And I was never so angry as I was in them. I wanted to get up there and punch him in the face.
That's all he could pick. That.
I'm like, that's what we're doing. That's what we're okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you for being here for the last 6.5 years. We're temporarily gone. I'm going to put a temporary close on the woodshed door. But if you want to hear us, we're on Ask Radio. I'll always put that out so you guys know where to pick up last year's shows. Any podcast catcher out there has all 343 episodes of us, so you can check those out. All of our Mask Off guests that are great. They're all amazing. We do plan on coming back bigger, better than ever, and with more to give. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a minute, so stay tuned. But if you have any questions, you want to send any emails, you need to vent, whatever, the email still exists.
Yeah.
Send them in. Maybe we'll compile them over the next number of months and do a show about those. I don't know. We'll keep you posted. Either way, guys, thank you so much for being here. Keith, I got to tell you, absolutely, this episode has been nothing short of a pleasure.
We out.
So what you saying? Clef Styles.